Waiting to see your whole computer's present.
Okay. Oh, no, good.
Potato salad on page something 160 in Dining on a Dime cookbook. Don't forget, today is the last day of our Living on a Dime Extravaganza. Right here, potato salad, page 160. This is the best potato salad you've ever had, and Heidi does not like potato salad.
What?
Do you know why? She's never had my potato salad.
That might be why.
I know that's why.
Oops.
Okay, so take your potato. Peel your potato.
Wait, hold on a second. I haven't shared the link yet.
Mike's going to put the link in there. My potatoes are boiling behind me, and I need to get this loner in there. That's all you do. Right there. Simple as that.
Wait, what did you do?
And
Did you just cut the potato?
yep.
Can you make
Hey,
it
you're looking at comments, right?
Then you
Well,
just
yeah,
take
those
and
are
cut
shaped.
up your potato into pieces. Whoops.
Okay, there are people watching. Yay! Hello, everyone. Deborah says she hopes you're feeling well.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
then
much.
take your potatoes, and you're going to put them in boiling water,
Oh, yeah, let me come back up.
and you're going to boil it. Okay, so, got that done. Now,
So wait, what are we making?
potato salad.
Potato salad. Oh, sharing the link now.
Oh,
How do
and
you guys-
burned bacon. Well, there you go.
Beautiful.
Isn't that yummy?
They're
Mom.
very impressed by your
Dave, hand
cooking
me
finesse.
a plate really quick.
Do you want me to open up the door?
Yeah, you better open up the door.
Here's just cookies from Santa, please.
Hi, Joyce in the UK.
Okay.
Margaret says, I know the
Well.
secret and it's so good.
This is not the secret right here. Why don't you set those outside? And, okay, so let's start over again, shall we?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Ellen says she's going to be on the road, but she's going to be listening.
Yay! Woo! Woo! Yeah, this isn't quite working like I had anticipated.
Mom, that's how you warp the pan.
Hi, everyone.
Woo!
Uh-oh.
Don't put water inside of a burning hot pan, Mom.
I did it.
What did you do?
Hi, Kirsten.
I poured the grease down the drain.
Oh, then that's what.
Okay, so let's try again, shall we?
Terry loves your shirt.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm wiping out all the burn. Ow.
I think your mom wants to know if the carrots are not going into the potato salad.
Hey, Carol says, yay, finally made a live show. I love you guys. Thanks, Carol.
Okay, let's try again here.
I was just wondering. Wait.
Yes, the carrots are going in the potato
Okay, cool.
salad. All right, so.
Carol says from Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada.
Oh, wow.
I bet it's nice there today. I'm guessing.
Okay, so got our bacon going. Now, in Dining on a Dime cookbook on page 160, right there, it does not say anything. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Never mind. It does say something about bacon. So, what is my secret ingredient? Oh shoot. Forgot to put on Winners of the Boy.
I don't know if anyone can hear you with all that. Sizzle-rific. Careful.
Well, we'll just make this our ASMR video. But
Our ASMR video.
I did. Okay. Just Dave it yourself. Yes. Okay, so I'm chopping up my carrot for my potato salad. You can grate it, whatever you want. I just hate grating stuff.
Oh, Brenda wants to know what brand potato peeler were you using. Is that on our list?
A T-fall.
T-fall?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Carrie said, oh, I've done that. I think probably about the...
All right. Now.
Suzanne says burnt bacon is the best. Carrie says round 2, farm versus bacon.
I hate cooking bacon. Bacon is such a pain in the rear to cook. That is one thing, even though it's like 50 times more expensive, that's one thing I would probably buy pre-cooked.
Patricia says this is a real cooking segment. Christine says I came in late, but very exciting part. Cheyenne believes in you.
Thank you for having faith in me, guys.
Oh, why don't you tilt down a little so they can see the...
All right,
Come on,
so
put it in there.
I'm just chopping up the carrots.
Oh, geez.
Terry says cook it in the oven.
You know, everybody says that, but I had it splat all over my oven when I tried that. It just made a huge burned-on mess, and I was like, forget this. So, I have come to believe there's no good way to cook bacon, which is why I only cook it every now and then.
Nan says it's hot and muggy in Kansas.
Well, what do you expect? It's Kansas in the summer.
Robin
Yeah,
can
but-
smell the bacon.
I'm not sure if our 90 degrees here or their 80 degrees with humidity is worse.
The 80 degrees with humidity is worse.
Oof. 80 degrees feels like
And tomorrow you
102.
get to feel it.
No, thank you. But okay.
Because tomorrow we're going to Wichita. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Oh wait, it's more like over the plains and across the prairie. To grandmother's house we go.
I think that the smoke detectors are about to go off.
Yeah, probably. Chuck, can you get me a couple paper
Actually,
plates?
it's actually over the plains and past the cows.
Over the plains and past the cows. There you go. Can you get me some paper plates? Okay, I think my pan is ruined because I have this on low and it's still burning. So,
Wait,
I need paper plates, please.
oh, paper plates. I thought you said towels.
Paper plates.
You said towels.
Oh, I meant plates. I'm sorry. All right.
Vicky says she lines the baking dish with foil and cooks bacon in the oven at 425, single layer.
Well, I can try it again.
Never tried it that
but
way, have we? With the
I have.
in the baking dish, or I thought it was on the flat thing.
Well, it was on a cookie sheet. Ow. Which should have worked. Ow! Ah! Man alive!
You keep oh wait.
It's an exciting show today.
She burned herself.
Shelly says I cook my bacon on the grill. Turns out perfect. Never thought about that. Denise is, or somebody was asking. Oops, I didn't see who it was. Did I miss the secret ingredient?
No, I haven't told you yet. All right. Get it together. Okay, so just burn the tar out of my fingers. So now I can't help my brother move.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's try again. My word.
Maybe you should let the pan cool before you use it. It's on a hot burner.
It's off.
But if the burner's still hot.
Okay, guess I gotta go buy me a new pan now.
Urban Chickie says, Color
Okay.
Life Show, happy dance.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now. For this potato salad, if it ever gets made. Alright. I think my potatoes are done. Okay, so for this potato salad, to make it taste good, it's bacon grease, okay? Save your bacon grease, guys. This is how I save my bacon grease in an old olive jar. And what you do is,
You want to go down?
on your hot potatoes, take and sprinkle about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. Okay, or 3 if you want it to taste extra good. Now, what happens is the bacon grease gets into the warm potatoes, and that's where it tastes good, okay? So then you're going to throw in your carrots.
Did you purposely put on a southernish accent for like that 10 seconds? Oh, he
Okay,
sounded like
then my seasoned salt, which is onion, garlic,
Well,
and salt.
yeah, I can see
Oh, you can see it. Okay, never mind.
And then my mayonnaise.
that.
The world needs more mayonnaise.
So,
Now, hard-boiled eggs makes this potato salad perfect. But because I have an imperfect husband who hates eggs, how that could even be possible, I have no idea.
I would eat them in there. I'm not that fond of them, but
He wouldn't eat them in here, but that's okay. I am leaving the eggs out because I love him.
this is really, really good stuff,
This
actually.
is true love. Okay,
I
so,
think Mom's about to do a taste test.
all right,
Is
so
it done
test
already?
it and see if you need more salt, yeah?
Julie said, did you decide to make potato salad because you have 3 jars of mayo open?
Yeah. I had potatoes left over from when Out of Goshen was here still. And then I had all this mayonnaise and I'm like, very good. Hi, ha. All right, then if you want, you can add some crumbled bacon, but you don't have to.
Margaret says, I'm with Mike, no eggs. You know, the thing about eggs is I used to work cooking breakfast in a restaurant for 3 or 4 hours a day out the grill, grilling up eggs for people. I just can't stand them anymore.
There you go. That'll do it to you. Okay. So now, since I'm tired of fiddling with the bacon, we're throwing the rest of it in here. We're going to have bacon pieces. Okay, there we go. So, let me get my couple of pieces of bacon here. Jonathan!
Can I have bacon?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I guess I shouldn't be picking at the bacon.
Now, the bacon's going in. Everything's going to have a light touch of aloe with it today. That's all right.
So Urban Chicky says mayo has eggs in it. Yes, I know. It just doesn't taste, it doesn't,
There you go.
actually what it is for me is the having
Okay.
grilled them for like, or cook them on a grill for 4 or 5 hours a day. The sulfur smell just, ugh. But the mayo doesn't smell like the sulfur. I know,
Okay.
I'm weird.
It's all right. You're my weird. Okay, here
Carolyn
we go.
says, I live on a potato farm in Idaho. This is the right show for me. Thanks.
Woo! Okay, and so that's it. What do you think? Is it
Mom?
delicious?
How many does steak get?
Bacon?
I'm
How
thinking
about
dinner.
that? You can have the whole thing, Jack.
I'm thinking this could be dinner.
Game is no. Oh yeah, can you make me some squishier pieces? That sounds like utterly disgusting, but I want some squishier.
All right,
pieces.
so there's your potato salad. Super yummy-licious.
Oh,
Some squishier patio pieces.
we do have the Mexican casserole recipe on our website, I think. Let me look real quick.
I think so. And that's how you make potato salad. Super easy, super quick.
Yeah,
All
Amanda
done.
says, my mom has made your Mexican casserole and the blue cheese both approved.
Ooh, yum! Thank you.
So I'm looking for it right now. Because...
Okay, so potato salad, page 160, Dining on a Dime cookbook.
Oops.
And I'm gonna cut some soap, and we'll chit chat for just a little bit. And yeah.
Maybe we should put the mic super close to the soap and make it.
Ooh, it's so quiet in here all of a sudden.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay, so here's the rose soap that I made yesterday that everybody was clamoring to get. Betty even ordered 6 bars. Oops, before it's even done. So if you guys want, this is Daryl at Two Family Homestead. If you're on here, guys, put your link on.
Is this the
Yeah.
one?
This is Daryl's glorious mold that I love. Best wooden mold ever. Look at that, just slide right out. Daryl made this for me, and now you guys can get one too. Put your link in there, Daryl.
If you use soap.
Whoops, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong?
Mid-South
goodness.
Homesteader. I am sharing that link for you right now.
There, good grief, I'm having issues today.
You're just a little off your game, woman.
Oh man. Well, I haven't been home all day. I had 3 appointments and chiropractic, doctor, massage. And I am worn out.
Oh, did you tell your massager that
I
you're gonna
seriously
be
have to
doing
try
stuff?
cooking bacon on the grill.
Well,
The other day I opened up our grill and there were two wasp nests in there.
Seriously?
So I turned on the burners to warm up and I closed the grill. And I didn't need any spray or anything.
Wait, you seriously did that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's efficient.
I'm not very fond of wasps, so it was
Well,
fine with me.
I mean, and BJ's friend, he saw a huge wasp nest somewhere, and he brought out the flamethrower, and he just burned it.
So,
It was really cool.
a couple people said they missed that part where you talked about what the secret ingredient was. Would
I'll
you
go
share
back
again?
and watch the video.
Do you want me to?
Get more view time. I'm no dummy. See? You gotta go for the view time, honey.
You're not going to share. They're on Facebook.
Well, okay, the secret ingredient is bacon grease.
Everything.
Someone said 2 or 3 tablespoons. Is that what you said?
Yeah. It just depends on how much potato salad you have. You can never have enough bacon grease, but
The secret to
or
sugar.
too much
So,
bacon grease. I
Cody
mean.
asked no onion, and Diane says she likes onions, olives, and celery with it.
Yeah, if you want onion, that's fine, but Mom doesn't like onion, and we're taking it to her, so she would rebel if I had an onion in it, which is fine. Okay, so this is the rose.
Let's see.
By the way, camera's down, so yeah, there you go.
So yes, we are leaving Wichita tomorrow. We don't have it on the website yet, but if you guys order books after today, your books will not get shipped until at least probably June 5th or 6th. I don't know when we're coming home. It kind of depends on how much work we have to do at Mom's.
Patricia said that was so much fun to watch.
There's
Kathy's-
my rose garden. Oh man, smell it. Doesn't it smell just like a rose? It
Yes.
smells just
Oh.
like a rose.
Kathy said add chopped dill pickles to make it really good. They're in your
Yeah.
recipe. Did you not add them?
No, because I don't have any dill pickles.
Oh.
So I just use what I have on hand because yeah,
Denise
makes life
says,
easier.
girl, you are getting so tiny. How are you doing it? What's your secret? Your
It's
results
called-
are looking beautiful.
Thank you very much. They
Down.
didn't recognize me, did
Mom,
they?
Down more.
Nope, I don't think they recognize
Because
you.
I'm so waif-like,
Mom, it's
losing
off the
10
screen.
pounds.
Whatever.
I am. What am I doing?
No, go up a little. Yeah. Yeah.
I am eating more vegetables, and I'm not snacking.
Oh, I'm snacking.
And yeah, so I finally got tired of everybody telling me how GMOs are making me fat and pesticides are making me fat, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to prove them wrong. So I am on. Isn't that a good reason to lose weight? Is to prove somebody wrong?
That's your best kind of motivator, right?
Really hacks me off. And that's the reason why I'm sick, is all these things. That is not why I'm sick. This one just turned out so pretty. So I've gone on a quest to get the weight off and still eat regular GMO and pesticide-filled foods. And then I'll be preserved for life, dear, don't you think? All those
Like your
wonderful
90-year-old
preservatives.
grandparents?
Yes, like my 90-year-old grandparents. So that's all I've been doing is just eating more vegetables.
Andrea Cruz is on.
Hello,
She
Andrea.
says, isn't Dave's birthday coming up and perhaps another birthday?
Yes.
Me and Jack's birthday
Dave and Jack
on June
are
11th and 9th.
June 9th and June 11th.
Jack's is June 9th. Mine is June
Jack's
9th.
is June 9th. Okay, this is really weird. And
What is going on?
Mom's birthday is June 23rd. So you guys want to send Mom birthday greetings? She will be here for her birthday.
Am I supposed to be showing some soap link?
So you can show where they can buy my soap. I also have my How to Make Soap for Beginners e-course.
Okay.
And guess what, guys? I am so happy.
Yes.
I am going to start selling my own soap colorants. I found a supplier just yesterday. I've got it all planned out. I need to get another soap Facebook group going so that I could tell you guys all about my stuff.
John.
But this one's Rose Garden. I just threw the links up for these on my Etsy store, the ones that I'm cutting now.
Are we having a meetup in Kansas?
We are not having a meetup in Kansas. I'm really sorry, guys.
A little bit. Alright, okay.
We are having our meetup July 1st here in Meade, Colorado. If you go to show notes, the meetup information is in there. Our wonderful friend Bandana Grandma is coming to visit us.
Question is, will you be here to see it?
And
Alright.
we are doing a meetup with Bandana Grandma. So we're super, super excited. We're going to take her and her hubby all around Colorado. Well, not all around
Are we
Colorado.
taking him to a secret spot?
We'll probably take them to our secret spot. That one's Rose Garden.
Oh, let me get the meetup link here.
Anyone who visits us and seems to like us, we will show you the...
Anybody who visits us and likes us, we'll show them our secret spot.
Yes.
Okay, so this one is citrus strawberry. So it's kind of an interesting one.
Ooh, beautiful. Oh, pretty. I'm not sure if that's about you or the soap.
Oh, good save, dear. Not that you need to suck up for any reason, but
Well, Cindy says I didn't watch, but a little white vinegar on warm potatoes helps the potato salad taste amazing.
oh yeah, I bet that would be good too.
She said she heard it on America's Test Kitchen. I'm surprised I didn't know that tip since we used to air it on our channel. Dee wants to know, was that soap made as hot process or cold process?
This was cold process. This one is citrus strawberry. I guess I could sit down, I suppose. Okay.
Nancy said Monday was my birthday, but I was on vacation. Didn't get to watch the show that day.
Well, happy birthday, Nancy.
Yes, happy birthday.
Which Nancy?
Nancy
that?
B.
Oh. Yes, so tomorrow is the last day of school.
Lisa says soap looks pretty. Love roses.
Are you ready? And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again.
Except it's not going to start again for one of them.
Well, it's not going to start again for one of them. Oh man, please pray for me.
Leroy is asking, wow, how about red, white, and blue design in your soap for the bathrooms for the 4th of July, since there'll be cookouts everywhere.
Oh,
and you know
yeah.
what people will do if they eat. Oh.
Oh,
Let's hope they wash their hands.
Oh man, let's hope so. Yeah, so we decided Dave's first homeschool class for the summer is marketing and getting Mom a website up for her new colorants she's going to sell with her soaps. What do you think about that, dear?
That's... I have no response to that. Cheyenne, do you have anxiety, Tara? If so, what helps? I think we should send her to the show notes page.
Yes, I do, and his name is Michael.
Mike helps?
No, Michael has anxiety, not me.
If you go to our show notes page, which is, at livingonadime.com, and then click show notes, I have the information right there about what I'm doing.
All right, you guys want to know Tara's take on anxiety? Do you think they want to know?
I don't know if I want to know.
All right, you need
So,
to
hold
get
on.
it together, people.
On the show notes page, it says, here's some of the items we use in the show, and I have information about that, about some stuff that I've shared before.
So, here's the thing. I think the amount of anxiety that we have in our world today is absolutely ridiculous. But, Dave, the air conditioner's on. Can you close the door? But, I have noticed that people who have anxiety, if they start taking B12, vitamin D, that will help you start getting on your way to recovering. Because I'm noticing people who don't eat like a lot of red meat or vegetarian or vegan, we have noticed we've had family members who have issues with this. And part of it, I think, is just your diet. You need some B12. You need some vitamin D. Now, Mike started taking lysine and L-arginine, both.
I actually shared, if you go to the show notes page, there's a link there to a study that I found. Because I started taking a bunch of lysine to keep canker sores away. And I thought, man, I'm feeling less anxious. So I just Googled lysine and anxiety, and that study popped up. It was a medical study that I forgot where it was they did, but it's on the show notes page. And so they had a slightly different regimen than I was doing, so I tried that, and it's been working well for me.
Can I finish my speech?
Yep.
Now-
Andrea says the Rocky Mountain Relaxation helps with anxiety.
It does. Now, here's my thing that I want to say. After reading that book, It's Not My Fault, I have to tell you, if you're having issues with these things, don't just throw your arms up in the air and say, oh, I don't know what to do. Nothing's going to work. I went to the doctor today again because I have had a permanent headache for 30 years.
Ooh.
30 years.
Ooh.
I have not had a day free without a headache. Well, no, I did. 2 weeks I had without a headache after I had my epidural. But here's my thing. Keep trying things. Keep researching things. Keep trying different supplements. Keep trying different diets. But don't just give up and throw your arms in the air and say, oh, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here and have anxiety. And I know you don't consciously sit there and say that.
Some people, I think you're talking about some people talk like all the time or...
They live around their anxiety. And you can't let that stuff control your life, guys. There are things that you can do. So what I'm saying is, keep trying different things. Don't just give up. Don't just say nothing's going to work. And keep trying. You have to keep trying. And you're not dead yet, so you might as well keep trying. So,
Yeah.
that's Tara's lecture on that. What do you think about that?
Can I add?
No?
I think that's pretty good.
Yes, you can.
So I've shared before that I was using lysine and arginine, and also Tara reminded me about the B12. I forgot about that. The lysine and the arginine has made a huge difference. But I was explaining to somebody else the other day that some anxiety is specifically triggered by specific things, and that's normally a counseling type issue. Like if you had actually Emirates, I think it was Emirates that said it. Anxiety is a flight or flight response to a belief or fear to a situation. Yeah, so if you had an experience earlier in your life where something happened and a certain thing triggered you to be afraid of something that's irrational now, that's something that you probably need counseling for. Because
So get your butt into counseling is Tara's version.
in my
Get it
experience,
together.
medications won't really help that.
No,
You
they
can
won't.
numb yourself, but you'll never be, it's hard to enjoy life if you're numb.
Yeah.
But the lysine arginine that I was trying does not numb me at all or have any side effects that I've experienced. And it's more for like what I like to call it background anxiety. So like sometimes I'll just find myself feeling anxious and I have no idea why. And I can't think of a thought that triggered that. And that works beautifully for that. But like if you have a certain circumstance and something happens that reminds you of exactly that moment in the back of your mind, it triggers that.
You need to think of pretty soap when it happens.
Then counseling is good because then you learn how to stop that process. You learn to recognize when it's about to happen and stop it before it does.
But the point is, keep trying. Seriously.
Well, some people, I mean, I'm glad that she was asking about if there's something you can do for it because...
Yeah.
Karen says, still comes down to diet. Both of those are 2 of the 23 essential amino acids the body needs. It depends on what you're eating that you get that. Because for me, I think that I'm finding that it didn't work for me until I took a lot more than what they recommended.
I don't think a lot of this you can just change your diet. And now some people, you can change your diet and it will help. But it's not a matter of, go vegan, go vegetarian. That's not going to help it. That's just going to make it worse. So what you need to do is find what's going to help you, but keep searching and don't give up without continuing to search.
Yes, Jennifer, I encourage you to check that out in the show notes. But I would tell you, if you know that you have a particular problem, like if you know of a childhood issue you have and you know that something, you can't seem to control it, but something that happened to you then gets triggered by something that happens now, that's more of you have to retrain your brain because your brain has developed a pattern based on legitimate, like they explained this to me when I was in counseling, that you have something bad that was happening to you, and at the time your body adapted to be able to keep yourself safe. Yeah, as safe as you could be. But now you're not in that situation anymore, but still you get that emergency response still triggers for what's really not a legitimate reason. And that is a kind of a training yourself thing that, in my opinion, kind of counseling is really what helps that. But other anxieties, I don't know why. But I've struggled with some kind of what I call background, just persistent anxiety that I can't trace to something. And those amino acids help a lot with that. So,
this one is clean cotton, guys. Right here, clean cotton.
And you choose happiness. Yes, that is true.
I'm pretty sure this entire family
and
has anxiety
stop
issues.
watching shows like CSI.
Well, actually, it's funny because
Seriously, people.
Andrea said another thing that helps me is staying away from people who constantly rant and rave about everything. Yeah.
Oh no, they're not going to watch our show now. Thanks a lot, Andrea.
Well, she's
hanging up.
But what I would say is,
I'm only kidding.
Actually, I find that something else that's helpful. This goes along with what Andrea said. We don't watch news at all. We don't watch any crime dramas, police crime dramas, because they overemphasize crime because that's what they're about. We don't have any TV that has commercials. And on Facebook, you've always got that friend or those friends that post a lot of stuff that every time you see it, you just feel irritable.
That's a bunch of baloney.
On Facebook, you can unfollow them. So they're still your friends, but you don't ever see that stuff anymore.
That's a lot of my friends.
Or you can also click on the little 3 dots on the side, and you can say, like, if they're always sharing something from one place that bothers you, but everything else they say is cool, you can click the 3 dots there and say, hide everything from XYZ place. And then if they share, you'll see their other stuff, but you won't see that. So, man, all those are great things for that.
Exactly.
Jennifer says, you guys help because you're helping me get my life together. I feel more in control, and that reduces anxiety. That is true.
Well, and like with me, my house was driving me nuts. Now, we're not complete and total slobs, but things had gotten out of control because I can't do it all. So something had to give, and my house was give. Well, now that I've got my house cleaned up, I feel so much better.
You've got your house in order?
Exactly. See, the Bible's right. If people would just read the Bible, they would know, and it would help with what they need.
Yeah.
But, the thing is, stop watching all that baloney. My word, it's ridiculous the stuff people watch. Even stuff like Dancing with the Stars and what's that other one? was Simon, what's his name, the singing thing.
American.
They're just mean sometimes. Stop
America's
watching that stuff.
Oh wait, no, that's Britain's.
Well,
Got Talent.
if you feel stressed about it, then it's probably not a good thing for you to be watching. And I noticed that people kind of magnetize to things that stress them, like your favorite news show or your favorite. Because we know people that are they
Addicted
get
to the news.
stressed about the news, but they watch it all the time.
It's always on. Never
think-
stops.
Man, oh man.
This
Susan,
one's vanilla, guys, and it's going to turn a dark brown in a week or two. It'll be a really, really nice dark brown. This one's vanilla.
So, Susan said, thought this is about potato salad. Yes, we made potato salad in the first 20 minutes of the show.
And now we're just chatting.
So now we're just chit-chatting and cutting soap. But if you would like to see that and you missed it, you can go back and watch it. On YouTube, you can go back and watch it now. On Facebook, I think you have to wait till
Because
it's
the
over.
recipes in Dining on a Dime cookbook are just that quick and easy. See, that'll help with your anxiety if you have recipes that actually turn out. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yep. Okay, let's see. Yes, for everyone who missed the potato salad, we did it earlier. I will share the link again. It's at the beginning of the show, but here's the link to the recipe. And if you miss any of the links and you can't find them or you can't click on them if you're on the YouTube side, you can go to livingonadime.com and click on show notes, and it's right there.
So we're starting the first proofreading of Dining on a Dime 20th Anniversary Edition. Mike, smell that vanilla. Oh, that smells good. Mike got a lot of it printed, although he found out a whole bunch of work that he did he's going to have to go back and redo because it was done wrong. I don't know. Are we going to be able to proofread it then? I guess we can proofread the recipes and stuff, make sure.
Well, if I
that's in
change
there.
the font size, everything should fall in. I just have to go check it then.
So we did the wrong font, and now the recipes aren't fitting on there. But we're starting the first proofreading.
People are asking what is that? What soap is that?
This one's vanilla. This vanilla, and this one is clean cotton. Ooh, and it smells so good.
Nice.
This one really accelerated on me, but look how pretty that turned out.
Two Family Homestead said, I lost over 300 pounds in 1994. What?
Holy moly, good
I
job.
did not know that. Anna said
Wow.
lost 160 pounds. Wow.
Good job, you guys.
A lot of people are asking about the colorant. Definitely interested. When are you going to start selling? Where do I get it?
See, I told ya.
Will it be mica, liquid, or both?
See, told ya. See?
Oh, and Kim wants to know if you still have the soap net things.
Yes, I still have soap nets, although, guys, they are selling like crazy. I just made another order. I love that thing. He said, I've only used it for 2 weeks, but out of my little scrap, or 3 weeks almost 3 weeks. Out of my little scrap that I had, I've gotten almost 3 weeks. I had 2 weeks on my video I did on it on my How to Make Soap YouTube channel, which Michael put the link in there. But I've gotten 3 weeks out of my little soap. I'm so excited. And so he said it should last for several bars, 4 to 5 bars on average. So I'm going to see how many bars it will last. But I am getting a ton out of it. I'm so excited. So my soap micas. Okay, so this one's vanilla.
Somebody was asking what is the scent in this one.
This one is cotton, clean cotton. Doesn't it smell good?
Yes.
Oh, smells so refreshing and airy. Okay, let me wash my hands. So here's the deal.
Marilyn, you can, if you want to see it, you can rewind if you go to the YouTube channel. On Facebook, it won't let you until it's over. But on YouTube, if you go to youtube.com/livingonadime, you can watch the beginning of the show if you missed it.
Okay, micas. So here's what's going to happen. I have been searching for about 2 months trying to find a wholesaler to buy micas from, which is actually quite difficult. It's a lot more difficult than what you would think. And finally last night, I found a distributor, and so I'm going to be setting up a website. It's probably going to take us at least a month to get the website set up. I don't know if I can sell them on Etsy or not, but I'd like to do them on our own website. I am super excited, and that will hopefully, I'm hoping by July, but really with all the books and everything, I don't know if we'll get it done. I wish I could find somebody to hire to do a website for me. But I don't know, we're trying to decide.
Wait, what? I missed that totally. You have a website guy.
Yeah, who's doing 1,500 other things.
But what are you trying to do that's that big?
Well, I want to put all my micas on there. And we even got the URL. Should I tell them my URL we bought that nobody had?
You bought it already, right?
Yeah, you did.
I think so. I hope so.
Nobody had bought this, and we got it. I'm so excited. Where to buy soapmakingsupplies.com.
Wait,
Is that not brilliant?
All right.
So it's going to be really SEO too, so that hopefully I'll come up when people search. We're going to try and really SEO it really well. I'm super excited. I'm not going to do fragrances yet. Only micas and a few things like what is it called? Like pipettes and a few easy things like that. Really, we don't have a lot of space to store stuff. We only have one wall in our basement that's about 8 feet long for me to store this stuff. That's all I have left for room. What are you looking
We
for?
have people asking to see the potato salad.
Oh, it's right behind you. So I only have like an 8-foot wall left to put this stuff on.
So Dave, here, can you tilt down just a little? So this is the potato salad. It's super, super delicious. We made it in the first 20 minutes of the show. If you happen to miss it, you can watch it again when the show's over, or...
Why don't you give me a scoop?
You can watch it again when the show's
Here,
over.
we can pretend like it's our wedding day again. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Oh, you want me to smush it in your face while we're on the show?
You did not smush it in my face.
Shh, we have to keep the drama here.
And then we'll crush.
So it was really, we made it the first 20 minutes. If you'd like to see us, see Tara making it, and you might get some chuckles too. You can go to YouTube and youtube.com/living on a dime and rewind it there, or you can wait till the end and watch it again on Facebook.
Okay, let me say something here. I am not making light of anxiety. I have lived with anxiety for 24 years and it stinks. Now, here's the thing. You keep trying. I know it's hard. I know it gets you down. I have seen it work.
Actually, you're not.
My point is, I am not making light of it. I know how bad it is. My point is, don't stop trying. I'm getting sick and tired of these people whining to me about this and that and this and that, and they're not even trying. There is always something else you can try. And that is my point. So keep trying. Mike was 23 years. And finally last year he discovered the L-arginine and L-lysine and the B12 has actually helped him.
But before
23 years.
Well, but before that, it was counseling and retraining my brain. And Tara's not mocking people. She's just saying there are some people. What was that?
I was reaching for my thing and it slipped on some soap.
Like, what was that? That was a comic relief moment in the midst of all this. Tara's not mocking anybody or anything like that. What she's saying is there are, not saying everybody, because a lot of the people that have been asking for suggestions to help, and that's great. But there are a lot of people who like to just kind of, I don't say they like to, but they kind of wallow in it, but don't.
And they make it their life.
But don't seem to look for solutions. And what I found is, unfortunately, if it's situationally related, like you were abused as a child, or you were beaten by your husband or something like that, those things are not likely to be solved really by medication alone. Those will need, unfortunately, it's brain training, really. And I can say it because I've been through a lot of it. And it's work. And Tara saw that, and that's. But one thing I do have
But you
to say.
kept trying.
But one thing I do have to say is when I was dating Tara, I was terrified of bees, and we were at a what do you call that place? At the flower
Botanical
place.
gardens.
We were at a botanical garden, and guess what? There are bees there. And I was really upset about the bees, and I was acting a little crazy, and Tara didn't really accommodate that particularly. And at the time I was kind of angry that she didn't accommodate that. But I realized
It's like, suck it up, Buttercup.
I had the problem, and even though it was uncomfortable and unpleasant, I had other family members who would encourage the problem, and over the years that didn't help me. But I realized, like with Tara in that moment, I was really angry about that. But the thing is that later on, I sort of desensitized to it because she would garden a lot, and I would go out there with her, and I would realize, oh, there's been a bee here this whole time, and it didn't do anything to me. But it was a brain training kind of thing. I think that works.
Here's my point. Don't make whatever your illness is. I don't care what your illness is. Your illness is not you. I have chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. Mike has anxiety. We are not letting those things define us as people. Yeah, sometimes it's really a pain to keep going and going and going, literally. But I'm not going to let my fibromyalgia and my chronic fatigue syndrome keep me from living life. And it's the same thing with anxiety. You are going to have to, the only way to get through these fears is to just keep going. You have to go through it to get to the other side. And it's like,
You have to punch
But counseling is great for that because
It is.
They will help you walk through it without you feeling like you're all alone and you can't do it.
But it's like the verse. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You're in the shadow. It is not death. You are in the shadow of it. That is exactly the same thing. You're going to have to keep going through it to get to the other side, even if it's the shadow. And here's one thing that was interesting in that It's Not My Fault book that I really liked a lot.
When I read the title, I thought, this sounds like excuses to me. But apparently that's not at all what it was about.
Yeah. But one thing it said, it's by Cloud and Townsend. I think every person should be required to read this book in the whole United States. I think before you go vote or anything, you should be required to read this book.
Hold on a second. Cheyenne, the show notes, if you go to livingonadime.com, click on show notes. It's available on both the desktop and mobile versions. It's a list of all the links that we share, and the stuff about anxiety is about 2/3 of the way down the page.
So here's one other thought where I was talking about just keep trying to find something. What if hope is not in any particular option? Your hope is in the belief that if you keep looking for options, one will appear. Just think about that for a minute. What if your hope is not in any particular option, but your hope is in the belief that if you keep looking for options, one will appear? And sometimes that's all you have, is the hope that if you keep looking for options, something will come up. There are so many things you can try. Just keep trying it. It's the same thing with dieting. You have to keep trying it. If you're like me and you're overweight and you've been dieting your whole life, well, just try the next thing. I personally eat from stress. That's why I'm overweight, because I just eat too much.
Me too.
And I eat from stress. So what did I do? I cut out some things that were making me feel stressed, and now I'm able to get the weight off, and it's coming off, and yeah.
Wait, I'm still here.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the end of the lecture.
So, Susan, I think you apparently missed the link. I just shared it and I tagged you on it, the link to that recipe. It's also, if you go to livingonadime.com, didn't I put it at the top? Did I not put it at the top? It's on the show notes page, but I don't know that I actually put it at the top of our website, so I'm going to go do that right now. So, I did not. Oh, didn't I?
No, that's not today's date. That's last year.
All right, so I'm going to change it so that it shows up at the top of livingonadime.com, but it's also in the show notes already. Today's the 23rd, right?
Yeah.
Let me just check to make sure it's there.
You did 2017.
Oops. See, everybody needs an editor. Wait,
I'm telling you.
what? I thought that was me.
And you're a good editor.
Okay. Hold on. Refreshing to make sure it's there for you.
And if you're looking for recipes, we have our Dining on a Dime cookbook.
Okay, so now if you go to livingonadime.com, it's the very first thing at the top, the homemade potato salad recipe. So that should be easier if you can't find the show notes. But show notes are in the menu up above as well.
And we have 1,500 recipes and posts on saving money on our website. So don't give me no lip about how you can't afford the book because you're not going to save money. You can go to our website for free.
There's tons of stuff on there.
And there is tons and tons of stuff on there. We have over 800 videos on our YouTube channel and over 1,500 recipes and links on our website. So it's all there if you want it.
Cecilia says, I suffer from mental illness. The only way is up or you will get down in it. That's true. You're either expanding or diminishing.
Yep.
Actually, Rosemary says, I agree with therapy. I've been going for years. It works so well. In the beginning, I would go twice a month. Now, once every 3 months or as needed. Yeah, that's another thing is when I first went to a counselor, he was awesome. He said, okay, here's the thing. I'm not the kind of counselor where you come and you just complain every time you come for the rest of your life. He said, I'm on a mission. We're here to have some improvement. So I thought, that's great. If you go to a counselor and they're not like that.
Yeah, if you're not seeing improvement within the first few months, even if it's just a minute, some major abuse type cases will take years to heal. But if you're not seeing some improvement within a few months, you need to find a different counselor. Even if it's just a little tiny bit, you need to have a counselor that will start helping you out of it.
And if the counselor never challenges you and you never feel uncomfortable, you need a new counselor.
Yeah.
Because that uncomfortable is where you, particularly if you get to where you have revelations and you can't help but cry and stuff, you're probably on the right track.
The Dining on a Dime 20th anniversary is going to have some new recipes and the story of how we wrote the book and how all this came about. And then we have the new Dining on a Dime Part 2, which we haven't named yet. We need to get a name for this thing so we can just be calling it that. What are we going to call it?
The new book?
Yeah.
Well, it's not finished yet, so we don't have to decide yet. Yes, Chaitan, my hope is in Jesus. True, me too. And that was the beginning of the improvement. Nancy says, oh, Monday was my birthday, but I was on vacation. Happy birthday again, Nancy. Janice and her hubby are celebrating their 46th wedding anniversary. So happy wedding anniversary.
Wow, happy anniversary.
46, wow.
All right, guys. So I forgot to pick the 8 winners of our giveaway from Monday. So what I will do is go do it. We'll wrap up the show. Go do it. Right as soon as we're done, I'll go pick the people and we'll do a short video that we'll put on tomorrow for the winners on YouTube so you can go see who they are. So you have now until 5 minutes from now. So yeah, preach it, sister. Oh, thanks, Lady Colleen. I have lots of health problems and disability on top of that.
Can I move it?
Yep,
Sorry,
you went
go
away.
ahead.
A person can't.
Oh, sorry.
I guess I wasn't supposed to.
A person
read it.
can't give up and just swallow in misery. You ruin your own life, and it's of your own making.
Yeah.
Actually, I had someone else who had a similar situation to me who chose to go a different path of just using it as a tool to get attention from people, and pretty much destroyed her life. Honey says you're using scriptures. I'm new. Do you do this each show? If we're talking about cooking, not so much. It's usually when people bring up things about personal life issues. So So yes.
Yes, and Anna's correct. Don't feel embarrassed to get help from a professional doctor. You would really be surprised how many, at many
that are seeking help
too. Yes, that's my point. Just don't give up. I'm not making light of it by any means. I have my own issues, but as I was at the doctor trying, literally, I have probably been to the doctor 200 times over the 30 years trying to get my headaches figured out. And
yes, Emirates, yes.
what?
She says, feel the fear and do it anyway.
You have
Actually,
to.
there's a book. I think that's the title of the book. That one of the books that was recommended to me. But
do it afraid. Seriously, you have to do it afraid. And that's the only way you're going to keep going through your anxiety is to do it afraid. And it doesn't mean that it's easy, but, you can't stop, you can't just stop trying.
Christy said Tara fell out of that chair like I do when I'm on bucket.
Okay, so what happened was my chair, I dropped a piece of soap. My chair leg got on the piece of soap. When I reached for my tea, it was just slippery enough that the chair went out from underneath
Yeah, I
me.
saw that. You just running.
Green Loving Mom, when I first had to go to counseling, we were not able to, we didn't have any kind of insurance that would cover it, but many of the places offer sliding scales.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
here's
less
the
expensive.
thing.
But you still have to pay, but it's well worth it. It was a lot less expensive.
We were making $6 an hour paying for Mike to go in for counseling. If it's a priority for you, you will make it a priority. It's as simple as that. You will cut out the things that you need to cut out to be able to pay for it, and you will go and try and keep finding places that will give sliding scales or a pastor or counselor or someone. But you keep trying. That is my point. There are so many things out there.
Honey, I rewound you and there's no soap instructions. There's soap video and what date. I wasn't sure if you were asking the soap video where she made this soap or if you meant the soap video, just a general soap video of how to make soap.
I forgot, these aren't going to ship for 4 weeks, guys. So if you order them, they're not going to ship for 4 weeks.
So that I would, this soap you made, did you make one of these soaps on Monday?
Yeah, I made it yesterday. And glitters, yes, I'm going to be having some biodegradable glitters.
You made it yesterday only on Facebook, is that right?
Yes, I made the soaps yesterday on Facebook.
Okay.
Green Loving Mom. Counseling is expensive, even with insurance. Definitely I'm not frugal. I don't care.
It'll
it may
save
not be
you in the
frugal.
long term.
It'll save you more in the long term. And it's a medical necessity. If my husband had cancer, I would find the money to treat him some way. It's the same thing.
When we started the counseling for me, we tried to pace it some so it wouldn't cost so much because we were really, really desperately low on money. But we didn't have any insurance that would cover it, and we paid cash. But if you ask them if they have a sliding scale, if your income is very, very low, most counselors will have a significantly lower rate for people that have very low income. So.
Oh, and I forgot. Here's the unicorn ones, guys. I was gonna peel these and show them to you, but here's the unicorn ones, so you guys can see them. Here, right there. There's the unicorns.
Emirates says, stay away from negative people. Tara does useful ranting. Seal of approval for constructive rant. Thank you. Let's see. So...
Well, no, I mean, today I just realized when I was at the doctor again for my headaches.
Sorry. For somebody who's looking for soap, if generally making soap, should I send to your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
So I'm going to share Tara's homemade soap channel here. So if you're looking for just videos about how to make soap generally, they're here. If you want to know how she made this soap, you can go back to Living on a Dime on Facebook and look at yesterday where she made this soap.
Yep. Okay, what are you going to show?
So I wanted to show you guys this little
It's a rug.
rug that small
What
rug
did you
that I
make
made,
that in?
in art class at school.
Ooh.
And it's not coming undone. That's kind
Uh-oh,
of
you
bad.
can retie it. How pretty. You made it in art class, huh?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Tomorrow is the last day of school and you're
Yes.
going to Nan's house all on the same day?
Yes.
Can you handle that much excitement?
Rosemary said she thinks she fell off the chair because of the secret ingredient. Now, she wasn't
Yeah.
making the recipe today.
That bacon grease gets to me, you know.
Oops. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm going to reshare the recipe again for if you're just joining us and you missed the making of the potato salad. Here it is. You can also find it on the front page of livingonadime.com.
Okay, so we are doing a contest from Monday's show. If you want to head over there and get Monday's show and make a comment on your favorite summertime cookie. No bake if preferably, but whatever summertime cookie is your favorite. And I'm going to go pick a winner from one of our subscribers who commented. And then we'll do a little video real quick and put it up tomorrow for you guys. We hit 80,000 subscribers. Woohoo!
Yay.
So, Dorothy, I am not a member of HSCG, and after going to their conference, it was nice, but I probably won't become a member. So,
But thank you for considering
But that is
looking
very-
for a referral
yes.
through Tara.
thank you. I appreciate it. So,
Hey, one thing about counseling too is a lot of people will go to get drugs, like medications, or some people go to other kinds of drugs, and it's a whole lot cheaper in the long run because the counseling can help you control it, but the drugs just kind of cover it up, and you still feel bad.
yeah,
So-
Christy's right. Bravery is not being scared about doing the thing. It's being scared and doing the thing anyway. That is true.
When I talked to some guys that went into battle with my grandfather in World War II, and they were all heroes. I mean, they were very well known as heroes, but all of them told me, "Hey, we were afraid. We just pushed through it and did it anyhow." And I think I was thinking to myself, man, if they could do that, running into bullets that are flying at them from every direction,
Well, and
I should be able to take
I have
a little
questions for you.
step.
And we've gotten to the point in our society where everything has to be comfortable and easy. It's not. That's not life.
Let's talk about our feelings.
So,
shall we?
so sometimes you just have to suck it up and plow through it anyway.
So we're kind of the
So-
we're kind of the yin yang here. we got
Yes,
we got
Dave?
Mike who did the whole let's
Um,
talk about our feelings, and it really helped. But then at some point,
You got to suck it up and do it anyway.
actually, who was it that I saw?
Jack.
I saw a quote from one of the guys from the Mayo Clinic today, and he said the problem is that it's not that we're not educating people enough, it's that we're not teaching people to implement what they have learned
yeah.
by taking action. That's a paraphrase, but that's basically what he said, and I thought, wow, that's really good. So like on the counseling stuff, it's good to go talk to them, but you also have to then
Yeah.
put it into action.
Okay, yes, Dave.
So what was the deal with the contest?
There is a question for Jack on here.
Uh-oh.
Jack! Let
Uh,
me see. Well, someone wanted to know, I think it was Baker Mom wanted to know if he did it on a loom.
ooh,
I
Curly
don't
Q
know.
says hi there. Curly Q says hi there. I'm a new subscriber, enjoying your videos. God bless you all.
One of our viewers
you.
wanted to know, did you do your rug on a loom?
Yes. Cardboard.
A cardboard loom. Oh, how cool. Okay, guys, we're going to go. We will be back hopefully Monday. I don't know. We have to run to Oklahoma and get 20 cases of our books that didn't sell. So we may or may not have a show on Monday. We are going to leave tomorrow to go help my brother move. And if you order books after today, they will not ship until we get back. Just so you know, Mike needs to put that announcement on there. We didn't get a lot done today, so
Announcement about what?
about they're not going to get their books shipped. Yeah, after we leave today.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
I didn't know about that.
Go to Monday's show. What was the show on Monday? No Bake Fudge Cookies, and leave a comment.
So Rebecca,
And subscribe.
that's to enter the contest.
Yeah.
To enter the contest, you go to the Monday show about No Bake Fudge Cookies and leave
Yep.
a comment in that show.
All right. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you guys maybe on Monday.
Thanks
Bye.
very much. Bye. See you later.